Could be 3 months before Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is allowed to resume athletic activity after surgery yesterday to repair a dislocated right hip. Alabama orthopedic surgeon Dr. Lyle Kane telling our Laura Rutledge that Tua could resume throwing by spring. You all saw it. He got hurt late in the second quarter of a game in which his team was winning 35-7. His coach Nick Saban says he will not second guess his decision to leave Tua in the game when he did.
Look, I've talked to Tua. I feel bad. I'm hurting. All right. But so I call him on Saturday night to cheer him up. He cheers me up. The guy was healthy. He didn't have a problem with his ankle. Certainly didn't look like he had a problem with his ankle, which would have been the only reason not to play him in the game. Not second guessing the fact that we played him. What if we wouldn't have played him and not won the game? I mean, how can you assume that you would win a game by not playing your best players?
All right, so there's Nick Saban. No one knows him and his inner workings better than Paul Feinbaum does. What do we make of this? What are you hearing in the sort of world in which you operate about that decision by Saban?
I think the most interesting thing is how he got in the game in the first place. All week long, he didn't practice. The speculation was he wouldn't play. Alabama even went to the extreme of moving the fourth-string quarterback to the traveling squad, which had not happened all year. So the expectation Saturday morning was he wasn't going to play, and then it changed. So what happened? There's speculation. The family got involved. People said, well, how does the family influence Nick Saban? This is a different set of circumstances. So he got in there, and once he got in there, we all know Nick Saban. He was not taking him out probably until the end of the half.
I've had a high ankle sprain while playing for Nick Saban. And most of the time when you're dealing with issues like that, it's a game time decision. I walked out of the locker room, went and tried to warm up against Auburn, and was like, I can't go. And then the decision was made. And I'm sure that process takes place. That's how he operates with a player that's perceived to be injured. And here's the deal. Like Tua played last week. We didn't have this conversation. You know why? Because it was 2 against 3. So a lot of people get in their feelings about, oh, it's Mississippi State. Should he have been in the game at that time? When you're planning and game planning a football game, and Nick talked about him coming out after a 2-minute drive. They have struggled on 2-minute all season long. So there's a coaching point there. But with that being said, you see these things transpire. And then, too, what's hard for me is that there's a part of, and by no means am I blaming Tua for his injury, but there's a part in Tua in his game as it develops, you got to get rid of that ball earlier. He got a high ankle sprain on the same thing, sprinting out. Tennessee tackler caught him, high ankle sprain, and then that one as well. So as he goes through his career, he's going to have to pay attention to that as well.
Yeah, but there's a couple things that are tied to it. Like Todd McShay reported an hour before the game that he was watching Tua warm up, and he did not look normal. Did not look normal, did not go through the normal warm-up. And then I go back to the first time he got hit in the game. Like the first time that Mississippi State got a hit on him in the pocket, Tua is a sudden guy in the pocket, very twitchy. He don't look twitchy on this play. Like, watch the linebacker come through and watch him try to move. That is not the Tua that we have watched play for the last 2 years. There's no suddenness to this movement. It is a very belabored movement. In that moment, I would have said, he don't look like himself. He does not look right. I got to get him off the field.
All right, listen, it's something they're going to have to live with.
Everyone, thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.